So then I was like, you're such a noob. Hey guys, I'm Jeremy the Comic, and I've heard you've watched Twilight with your girlfriends, so I just want to know one thing. Can you honestly say it's a good movie? Oh, for f***'s sake, I can't get an honest opinion out of anyone these days! Ooh, there's ring and light and making the company logo appear. This movie's getting serious. And the music ruins the tension you were building. I'm just gonna put this right here. A guy is walking out of a bar but gets attacked, so he tries to get away but is cornered at the docks. What do you want? He gets bitten and falls onto the floor in pain while the logo appears, allowing us to cut to the love bats. Love rats. Love bats. See what I did there?
Marry me.
Change me.
Blow me. Bella returns home to a not so happy daddy. Holy shit, that's right. Where the hell was the dad at the end of the last movie? I mean, you go halfway across the world and he doesn't even know? Does he even care? Actually, let's just see if he brings it up.
How about this? I'll make you a deal. You're not grounded anymore. If you use your newfound freedom to see some of your other friends too, like Jacob.
She gets in her car and realises Jacob's not around to fix it, so she can't go because Edward got her sister to see the future and tries to stop her. The next day, her and Edward go to see her other friends in the cafeteria.
Epic? It'll change lives.
This isn't an action scene, put the camera on the fucking tripod! While in conversation, Alice sees a vision but doesn't tell Bella. Bella and Edward goes to see her mother, possibly a way to keep Bella safe, while the other vampires goes to the place where Alice's vision told her where Victoria will be, who they've been chasing for 2 movies. They give chase with the werewolves also trying to catch her on the other side, but she gets away after one of the members treads on the werewolf's land. Bella and Edward returns to school where Jacob comes to remind Edward about not crossing into each other's territory.
Victoria? Alice's vision.
I was trying to protect you.
By lying to me.
But Bella still wants to talk to Jacob, so they both ride off together to talk.
Hey, who's the Korenn, Jacob?
They get talking, but Jacob says something to upset Bella.
Bella, they're not even alive. It makes me sick. Better you really be dead than one of them.
Dude, we've been saying this for 2 movies. It's not gonna happen, so don't waste your time. That night, we see someone is in Bella's room and turns out to be the guy from the start of the movie. Kiss him, you fool! But he isn't dead, and Edward turns up to check up on her and realises someone has been in the house, so they call in a meeting.
This stranger. I didn't recognize his scent.
They call on the help of some unlikely allies, the wolves!
Whoever it was, he left his stink behind.
But it wasn't about rivalry anymore. It was about my safety and Charlie's. In the days that followed, I got them to at least try to work together. The wolves took over so the Cullens could hunt. It wasn't exactly an easy alliance.
Doesn't he own a shirt?
Twilight, summed up in one question. Jacob takes her to their council meeting where they tell Bella the history of the tribe, complete with stab wounds and with no cut clothes. The next day, the Cullens discuss the killings and come to the conclusion it may be newborn vampires, and the council from the last movie may be behind it. But we have adultery to watch!
I can give you more than him. I mean, he probably can't even kiss you without hurting you.
Let's see that again. One more time. One more. Nope, it's not enough. Dubstep it! When Bella is getting bandaged, one of the girls walks off in anger and Bella goes off to talk to her. And this is what we've been missing through the first half of this saga. We are literally halfway through the saga right at this moment in point. And we only now get backstories? You had two fucking movies to give us backstories. And you give us nothing except for right now. We've got one from the werewolf clan and getting them one by one from the Korenns. We feel for these characters. We can understand the sacrifices and agony of their new lifestyle. Some aspects they are welcome and others they are despised. Did we care about them in the first half? No. Will we begin to care about them now? No! If they are only now getting a backstory, I can guarantee you they will either die at the end of this movie or at the beginning of the next. So far we have one set to die. Later on in the movie, after Bella's graduation, the Korenns and the werewolf clan meet up to train for the upcoming war between the newborns. Bella talks to Jasper and we get his backstory. That's two set to die? Then Bella gets carried off by Jacob to try and mask her scent so she can pass safely. Shirtless. He's just shirtless guys and making out. Shirtless guys are making out. Shirtless guy are making out. Shirtless guy making out. Where's the fucking substance? Bella and Edward make out. They get engaged, but we knew that was coming. But I can just hear all the girls in the audience in at this moment.
Yes.
And now it's time for a moment with George and William.
George! Yes, William? I do believe this is the biggest pile of crap I've ever seen in my life! Why, yes, I do quite agree.
The next day they prepare for the fight by setting their scents around the area, but a storm is fast approaching, so they set up a tent to wait it out. So, what's the dad up to? Is there any point in having the dad in this movie? I mean, why can't she just be a grown-up and then that way she can live on her own and no one would know or care about her? And then we still feel any sorry and sympathy for her. Because we don't feel any sympathy for her father. We don't feel any sympathy for her because she's missing her father. So she might as well just be her own person.
Did you understand a word this guy was saying? Why, no, but I do believe he was too lazy to redo this scene. Oh, yes, quite lazy. Oh, yes, very lazy.
She may need her toes someday. And let's face it, I am hotter than you.
You did not just say that.
You'll warm up soon. Faster if you took your clothes off.
Okay, you're doing this deliberately now. While Bella's asleep, Edward and Jacob get talking and they talk civilized and you can actually feel they are trying to get along. You feel their compassion for Bella, but at the same time how awkward it is to hear them talk. But all of that is thrown out the window as Jacob finds out they're getting married.
You're marrying him?
Jake, stop!
Bella, let him.
Don't! Jake, stay.
Bella, he's not a doll. I'll let this one slide.
Jacob!
Uh-oh, she used his full first name. She's serious.
Kiss me.
What?
Kiss me.
What?
Kiss me.
That's it. I'm out. I'm done. I'm fucking done. Are you fucking kidding me right now? You're asking your fiance's love rival to kiss you just to make him stay and protect you? And they actually do. How is this gonna work out for you?
I love you more.
I know.
Surprisingly fucking well. But the newborns are on their way, but the Korenns and the werewolves are prepared and they fight it out. But their plans were futile as Victoria and Riley, aka the guy, know where they are and goes to them directly. Edward gets in a fight and nearly dies, but Bella remembers the story the Wolf clan told her about the woman who tried to kill herself to give the vampire a scent to get distracted on. But Bella doesn't want to die and wants some battle scars to show that she may have actually done something in this war by cutting her arm. This works and it gives Edward the chance to finish them off. And that's Twilight.
They're coming!
Turns out it's the Volturi, the vampire council, and comes to clean up the mess. Basically the police of all action movies. You know when one underdog takes down a whole gang by themselves and the police come at the end to clean up and just take statements? That type of people.
It's not often we're rendered unnecessary.
If you'd arrived a half hour ago, you would have fulfilled your purpose.
You missed one.
We offered her asylum in exchange for her surrender.
Felix.
Yes, I gotta kill
She
someone.
didn't know what she was doing.
Let me kill her, let me kill her, let me kill her.
We'll take responsibility for her.
Give her a chance.
Take care of that, Felix. I'd like to go home.
Yes! Whoa! You did it, movie! You actually did it! You made us give a fuck about a character! And she didn't even have any lines! That is... That's just good. That's just bro. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna give you a cookie. You know what? Fuck it! You get a whole box of cookies. Where's your address? Let me write this down. That night, Bella goes off to see how Jacob is doing, but he's doing fine, just recovering, and plans are set with Edward. They kiss and the movie is over. I'm not gonna lie, guys, this was a good movie compared to the piles of shit that were before it. The action's better, the character development was way better, the story could have been rounded up by this movie, it's that strong enough to do with just a few tweaks. But Bella, oh my god, she's a terrible character. And that stunt she pulled with Jacob just to get him to help her again, unfucking believable. Well, there's only 2 movies left to go, guys. Thank God there's only 2 movies left. But I'll be combining them into one review because it's literally just one book split into 2 parts. So, I will see you next episode. Ciao.
William, there's a fly on you. Well, by George, man, get rid of it. Why, certainly, will you assist me get rid of it? Why, of course, man. Well, jolly good, you're ever so kind. Why, certainly, man, I love you. Well, I love you too. Well, jolly good, shall we get rid of it? Why, certainly.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody! But don't worry if you don't have a date for today, because the subscribe button loves you. Why don't you show your love back by subscribing to my channel? And if that's not enough, you can 2-time with the like button, because the like button likes you. And hey, if you feel ever so dirty today, you can even 3-time with the comment box. Because, yeah, the comment box loves you. Oh, yeah. And to everyone out there who does have a date, well, good for you. Look at me, I have a date. You know what? Screw you. I'm sick of you. Go to my room. Why won't you date me?